guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about something that someone has suggested that I do in the past, but I just decided to do it now. But before I go on further, please subscribe to my channel. If you're just coming here for the first time, welcome and thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, comment, share. If there's anyone who you think needs the kind of information that I'm going to talk about or that I've been talking about, please share my channel, please share the content. So I am a Nigerian who is currently residing in Fiji, and I'm just here to just give info about what I am experiencing from my point of view and what it's like to live here, the kind of circumstances that I found myself in, the differences, that I've experienced since coming to Fiji, like a Nigerian who is living in Fiji. I always like to put this disclaimer there. I think I've said it before, that whatever I'm saying now is from my perspective. It could be different from any other person. We should also take into consideration that the different backgrounds of people actually determines their experiences. So let that be known, so that just in case, Alright, so today, some time ago, someone suggested that I talk about the cost of living in Fiji. So now that is another subjective topic, because it actually depends on whoever is living, the kind of things you buy, like I said, your cultural background, the kind of things you eat, the kind of things you prefer. Yeah, so that will definitely be like the main factor to consider before you take everything I say word for word. I'm also going to I'm going to compare my experience to the cost of living that I saw on a website known as numbeo.com. I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen. And I couldn't think about all the things to talk about, so I decided to use a reference website so that I will compare or concur or probably disagree. Again, my point of view. I'm also going to put it out there that my room is not sound safe. I'm sitting down by a window, and once in a while you might hear sounds of cars from down the road. Yes, so just ignore that. Okay, so I went to numbeo.com and a couple other websites, but I decided to use this one because this one has a it's more concise, more understandable, and you can easily change the website, the currency. And I'll also like to say that this was not sponsored. The summary here says that cost of living in Fiji is on average 40.12% lower than in the United States. Rent in Fiji is on average 58.97% lower than in the United States. So I'm going to talk about, starting here, the currency I'm going to use is US dollars, so that whatever country you're watching me from, whatever currency you use, I think it'll be easy for you to convert. I don't want to use Nigerian naira and I don't want to use Fijian dollars, so that it doesn't create any complexities. Okay, without further ado, I'll start with restaurants according to numbeo.com. Restaurants, inexpensive restaurants, $4.66, meal for two, $37.29. McDonald's, I'm going to talk about the things that relate mostly to me. I can't talk about everything here. McDonald's or equivalent combo meal, $6.99. Beer, domestic beer, $2.80. Imported beer, $4.66. Cappuccino, $2.65. Coke or Pepsi, $1.21. That's the 33 cl bottle. Water, 33 liter bottle, 0.33 liters. That's 33 cl. 33 cl bottle. That's 78 cents US dollars I'm talking about here. So maybe you do the math. For that, I don't disagree much. It's also depending on where you buy things, but then it's within the same range. So milk, $1.21. Loaf of bread, 51 cents. Rice per kg, $1. $1.10 per kg. Well, yes, because they don't really sell per kg, but they sell like in 2 kgs, 5 kgs, 10 kgs, 20 kgs. Yes. So local cheese by 1 kg, that's about $11.12. That is per kg. So usually we buy I think I'll have to go back to that. Beef round 1 kg, about $6. I agree. So here it also talks about apples, bananas, oranges, tomatoes, potatoes, onions, lettuce, water, bottle of wine, domestic beer. Yes, I've talked about that one before. And yes, all those things there, I agree with them. So I think I'm just going to take a screenshot now so I don't forget. Okay, so transportation. Before I actually go into that, so means of transportation here in Fiji, they have the public buses, they have the taxi services, or you can actually rent cars. Tourism, like I always like to say, is a big part of Fiji. You know, that's like what they are known for. And so the transport sector is also a big part of tourism, because if people are constantly flocking into your country to vacay or holiday in your country, then your transport system has to be good enough and cheap enough or something for both the people and the tourists. For local transports, like the bus, they have like big buses that are really cheap, that transport people from one place to another. So that's what most of the locals use. Also, the taxi services too are also good, because taxi is also a huge, like, I think it's a huge sector, like the transport service, the taxi service. So they also take it really serious. There's no Uber in Fiji, but their taxi system is quite okay. And you could just stand on the street and you easily see a taxi, or some taxi companies actually organize themselves so that you could also call the taxi companies, and then they just allocate someone according to their location to come get you. So yes, that actually works well, and so they're quite cheap. So now at this point I'm going to use Fijian dollar. On an average, the transport system, the local bus transport, that's like a one-way, costs about, it's not up to 1 Fijian dollar. So that means it's not even up to 50 cents US dollars. And so what they do here is that, like many places, they use the transport cards, and then you load it up, and with every way or with every journey you pay with the card. If you want to use the public transport, they are there. If you want to use the taxi services, also easily accessible. So utilities, according to this site, it said basic utilities, which is electricity, heating, cooling, water, garbage, for a 82 meter square apartment is about 64. Well, I don't know about that, but Fiji is not that cold, so there are no heaters. When it's cold in around June, July, August, is not to the extent of you looking for a heater. Like, that's one thing that I don't agree with here. AC is very necessary. You can either get ACs or you get fans. So depending on your usage, it could actually be more than this or less than this. So remember, this is US dollars. On the average, I would not also say or specify, but everything depends on what you use, how big your house is, the number in your family, the number of people in your family, and then your likeness for an easy life. If everything is easy for you, you like to do everything with electronic gadgets, then definitely. 1 minute of prepaid mobile tariff. So I would say one thing, it is really affordable, the internet service here. And so the quality of the internet is not 100%, right? Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes you're like, okay, what am I doing? What is happening here? So, but on the average, it is fair. Sports and leisure, fitness club monthly fee for about $20, tennis court rent $5, cinema international release about $4. So I'll actually concur to this. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. But once in a while I do Zumba, and it is quite affordable. It is not even up to, it is affordable. It is affordable. A typical gym walk-in subscription is about $10. When I say $10, I mean Fijian dollars, but then calculate that. Okay, so here it says childcare and preschool, preschool or kindergarten full day, private monthly for one child. So on the average, it is $20 per day to have your child in a, okay, no. So when I say $20 per day, I actually meant Fijian dollars. So maybe if I want to convert it to US dollars, it's going to be about 11 US dollars per day on the average. So it could be more, it could be less. So it all depends on the quality and standard of the school. So many other factors that makes people price or give whatever services they give their prices. So here it says about 191 US dollars per month. On the average, yes, I agree with this. So here it says rent per month per, okay, so a rent per month, now this is, I will keep saying that this is subjective. Rent per month, apartments, 1 bedroom in a city center, $541. Apartment 1 bedroom outside of city center, $337. Apartment 3 bedroom in city center, $1,181, and apartment 3 bedroom outside of the city center about $635. All I'm going to say is it depends on the quality of the house, the standard of the house, the style of the house. It could be expensive, more expensive than this, it could be cheaper than this. But a lot of the foreigners here tend to want to live on their own. Like maybe it's mostly foreigners who live in this area, or mostly expats who live in this area. But then a lot of us foreigners also like to live among the locals, so that, you know, it's also a way to experience the culture as well, like immerse yourself. Yes. So far, tell me what you think. If you're living in Fiji, do you agree with this thing I've just, you know, outlined here? Do you also think there's something that I would have talked about? Do you think there's something I would have added to their site? I would also like to reiterate that this is not a sponsored post, so yes.